Oh, sorry. Hello. We're on the road. We're sitting at a strip mall at the side of Route 1 with very, very slow-moving traffic because Janine, Nick, Bao, and myself, we are coming to remove the kitchens, and we've got here, and the kitchen warehouse isn't quite open yet.
Yes,
so
we're all sitting outside the liquor store.
Yeah, don't tell people that. Don't tell people that.
Yeah, we're waiting for the guy to show up.
Yes, and so the gentleman's going to come and open it, and then Bao and Nick are having super conversations about how they're going to be removing doors, removing this, worktops. They've got all sorts of things going on and planning, and yeah. So that's what they're up to, and I can take you in to see it before we take it apart.
Right.
Which will be nice.
Yep.
And then we've got a point of reference for putting it back together again. We'll be like, ooh, that doesn't go there.
Yeah.
So we're out and about. And
so the update today, we were supposed to have a visit from Rainbow. And Rainbow, they have like close to 100 people at Rainbow.
Yeah.
So they're trying to do it like once a week on Fridays, bring out a different group. And today they had an emergency with the van. The van had to go someplace else at the last minute. So they did not come today, and which was fine. It gave us a little time to get organized and give Delight a bath and get Jake back acclimated. So that was good. And what else happened today? We're doing in the arena, which you can barely see on the camera. There's a white plastic fence that Elizabeth, my mother, and I diligently put in 2 years ago.
Do you remember we did that? And Momo supervised.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that white fence has now been smashed into, scratched up against, and bent over.
And Murphy ran through it.
So that fence has lived its lifetime. It was actually a hand-me-down fence that we got from Tim Collins and Meredith. It's that beautiful white plastic fence, but it's terrible for really holding in animals. It was good for when the service dog project was in there. They were able to enjoy it with the dogs because the dogs aren't strong enough to break it, but
Murphy is.
Fence is no challenge for Murphy. So
no.
We're replacing that tomorrow, which I had to go and get all the wood for that today, the last minute. So, because it's gotten to the point where it needs to be replaced pretty much right away. So they're going to do it tomorrow. So I got all the wood this afternoon, and then we've got the kitchen project today.
Yes.
And
the reason Janine had to take the great big enormous trailer is because all the other trailers are full.
All the other trailers are full, and on top of it, the trees all came doon at Meredith. 3 trees came down at Meredith. So in the middle of the afternoon,
3 different paddocks.
Yeah, in the middle of the afternoon, we got a message that the horse fence had been broken over at Meredith, and we had to move Chester, who's now back at Goldie's farm.
Yep.
And
Sunshine,
because their paddock, a gigantic tree. It was remarkable. It looked like a tornado had gone through, but the trees were a good, 100 yards apart, and there's trees in between. There's like 3 targeted trees came down.
It was amazing.
Elizabeth said looked more like gusts of wind.
Yep.
That had taken out the trees, but 3 big trees came down, and they had to do fence repairs and tree removal. So Chester's now back, and I think I'll keep him there for a couple days. Give me a chance to maybe actually even sit on him.
Fancy that.
And see him, because I don't get to see him because I'm so busy with everything else. Next week, I don't even know what's on for next week, but
somebody will keep us right. We'll be fine.
So I know we have a job on Monday, and it was maybe it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we have off, Thursday, Friday, I can't remember, but it was actually kind of, because we have been going for four days in a row. That's a lot. That's a lot. Fortunately, we have enough animals that we can kind of rotate in. Some days we took the rabbits, some days we took Elvis.
That's only if you can catch the rabbits.
But every day we took Judy and I. So it was nice to have a day off and get Jake back in the program. So it was good.
Yes.
Lots of horses, animals had some green grass. And now we're moving to kitchen. I am really going to be excited when the the construction on the
No.
farm is over.
What's going to happen is the construction will finish, and then you're going to be like, so what am I going to do now?
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm
that's
like, you know what I'm going to do?
And that's when we need to
I
batten
already
down
know
the
what I'm gonna do.
hatches, because she'll be off on something else, and we'll be in trouble.
I'm thinking I'm going to get a paddle board and paddle on Hood's Pond.
Everybody does that.
I'm thinking that I'm going to do that.
You just put a wee pair of wheels on the end of it and just drag it down.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
I give you noodles.
I'm going to do fun, relaxing things.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Carlene's doing well. She had someone from, I'm sure she said, it was like she had a date this morning. She had this guy came from the Rotary Club, and it's really nice. He's a retired lawyer, and he just goes and the Rotary Club connects retirees with elderly, and they take them out for coffee. So my mother went out for coffee with some strange man. I didn't realize he was going to take her. Like this morning,
Otherwise, we'd have done this years ago.
this morning she starts calling me at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I hadn't even had coffee, so I go straight down there and she wants to take a shower. She's got to get
Did
her
she get her
all
hair
ready.
done?
She washed, like she walked in and she's like, I got to take a shower. And I'm like, what? I'm always the one like, Mom, you got to take a shower. She went right into the shower. We got all showered, cleaned, and I thought they were just going to drive around in the golf cart, and it turned out that he takes them for coffee. So she went off, and I turned around and the golf cart was parked in the middle of the driveway, and she was gone. And it turns out that he takes
No
them.
regard for anyone else coming up and down the driveway.
Yeah, she left her golf cart sitting in the middle of the driveway, and Sizzle standing at the golf cart. And the carpenter said to me, "Oh, your mom said to tell you that
She's
she
gone.
She went.
Don't
And I was
wait
like,
up.
Oh, okay. With a strange man. What time's she gonna be home?
Yeah, exactly. Did we check she came home?
Yeah, she came.
Oh dear.
So yeah. So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on this weekend. I know we're getting a new fence tomorrow.
Yes,
Yay.
we are.
And that's about all that I got.
Yeah. And it's quite warm.
It is warm. It's not like it's
But very
windy, so
breezy.
it's cool.
Yeah,
I had
well.
the rabbits out in the little staging area because I thought they were going to have some company with the rainbow visit, but that got canceled. So the rabbits are still out there, but it's breezy, so it's cool.
Yeah, it is.
And Randy and
Donna
came and picked up
Oh, did they?
Penny. Penny was excited to see them, so that's good. So that's all we have going.
And Heather's coming tomorrow.
Heather's coming tomorrow. Yep. I don't know what we have.
Are we doing anything this weekend? Was there not something happening on Saturday?
I hope not, because I don't have anything on my schedule. I'm hoping to start. I know that the construction guys are going to be wrapping up a lot of their stuff tomorrow.
Right.
So, and my life's going to start over on Sunday when when all the construction, at least most of the construction is done. So I'm going to start. I'm going to go get that paddleboard.
You could get a blow-up paddleboard.
Yeah. See, I'm going to get a paddleboard.
Yeah. See, that'll be nice.
That's my goal. Either that or one of those floaters. You just float around Hood's Pond. Hood's Pond looked really nice today.
You know those really chunky noodles? I used to have one of those really chunky noodles. It's like foam, and it looks like a Swizzler. You know, one of those foam sweets that are.
Oh yeah, yes, I know what you're exactly.
I
what
used to
you're
hang in Styles Pond. I used to just hang there.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
what will
looked.
be this
I looked.
summer.
Yeah, I looked my hand, my arms over, and I just hung straight down.
Yeah.
And me and my friend just chatted the whole time. Everyone else is doing power swimming with these floats behind them. I'm like, there goes another, goodbye.
Doing races around. You're
I'm like,
floating around in the middle.
this is all I've got.
Yeah.
Because it's so hot. And then the snapping turtles would go by. I'm like, there we go. Avoid that one.
Yeah.
That was quite nice.
So,
And I was saying to Janine, we went down yesterday. Nick took Noodles and I took Annie. We went down and we went to a sort of quieter part. You know that bit we go to?
yeah, that's where I swim the horses.
Yeah. Well, we were wondering if we could take the horses down.
Yeah.
So
That's where you swim the horses.
So we went down there, and of course there's this really nice, very pleasant couple. They're down there.
Having a picnic date.
And they had Barry White on some sound system. They were obviously having a slightly more romantic evening than we were. And here we come with the bold Noodles and Annie, and they're like, swim. So we went in, caused Mary hell there, and then left. So that was absolutely fantastic.
There's my
Hi.
Janine.
There they go. So that was us, the disruptor of a romantic evening last night, and but they were very pleasant and very tolerant of us. So Noodles had an absolutely fantastic time. Yes, I'll be in to see this in a minute. So that's what we had going on, and it's really incredible. The 3 trees that have come down in Meredith is 3 different paddocks, and it's totally and utterly changed the whole dynamic. One of the paddocks used to be a tree that the horses stood under because it was shady, but they were such big old trees that you really it's going to take a little while to become accustomed to the new look. It's something else. One of the trees that came down was a willow. And Kate and I had been discussing. She said to me, "I think there's a couple of ducks roosting in that tree." And we thought, it looks like ducks, but isn't that ridiculous? So way up in this tree, there must have been ducks roosting, because when the tree split, a whole load of duck eggs came out. And so when I went over to see them, I did pick them up in case they were still viable, but they were all stone cold. So I am presuming that there were no living ducks. So we did have ducks roosting in a tree. No more, because the tree has fallen down. So it will be interesting to see how Chester gets on with Tapley. That might give her a bit of companionship that we haven't been quite expecting. And yeah, we'll just keep going. Obviously, we've got really nasty, terribly hot weather coming in, which nobody really wants to know about, because I'm blocking that out and pretending I know nothing about it. It's actually been far more bearable than I kind of expected today to be, probably because of the high levels of wind. But we'll get there, and I'm sure we're cooler than the likes of Jane down in Texas, and there's people up in Canada who've got it worse than us, so we'll get there. I'm going to just pop through the questions and see what I've got here. Well, Beth, there was Betsy Meller. She's down with you, and she's offered before to bring you up, so maybe when she's next coming, she could help you get here. That would be lovely to see you and have you come visit. Oh, and the other thing is, my phone is there. Yep, I was hiding your bank cards. You know me, safety first. And the other thing that's very exciting is Joe has very kindly offered to help with the camera positioning, because very sadly, Judy, who used to do the cameras, due to ill health, she's had to retire. But we very greatly appreciate all of the time and effort that Judy put into working the cameras, because she was our very first camera person. So let's hope she's going to be well. And thank you, Judy. I would have to ask Janine about that, Betty, because I really don't know what's going on, where people are and when they're going to be. And look at that, I have missed these blinking questions again. I might need to go and get the next one. So what I'm going to do is I'll go for a little wander and show you the kitchens. I'm going to close this door and hope that nobody... Hang on, I'm going to turn you around. Here we go. Trying not to video people as they're going by. We have of course come. Oh look, there's a Santa sack. I think everybody travels with their Santa sack, don't they? Yeah, perfect. We've got the trailer, and here is the first unit with Nick, with the very expensive Viking.
All right, I'm going to start putting the...
Oh, they've taken the doors off already. Look at this. That's for Janine's culinary expertise, for her knives, for your knives and everything, Janine. Look at that. I wonder if this is, ooh. Oh, this is lovely. Now, and then round here, this is the one that's going into the cabin. These are super. It's got lovely granite on top. And look, a teeny tiny sink. absolutely perfect. I'm just videoing.
That?
I'm just videoing.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Thank you very much.
I'll choose the lights on for you.
Oh, thank you. So, I think what we're, this is the royal we, obviously. What we're doing, are these, did we work out if these are doors? No, it's just, well, it's an extractor fan. I wonder if they've got an extractor fan. Oh, no, I'm going to break it. So this centre part here, we didn't know whether or not this was cupboard space up here, and it's not. So we'll have to work out what we're going to do with this. Look at that. Oh, I'm going to pop back outside. Nick, have you got your phone, darling? Our car. Right, I'm going to go and... Oh, okay. Sorry. So, got a good team here working. I'm just floating around like a bad smell. It's Bao. I need to go and get Nick's phone out of my car. Somewhere. Oh, because questions are not coming up. Hold on a sec. Right. Whew. There we go. See? Nothing like taking up all the space. Now, we'll go and get Nick to... Nick, would you mind opening up the phone so I can do the questions? Thank you. Thanks very much. Okay, so I'm going to try and get the questions on Nick's phone. Turn it round this way again. Oh, goodness. Goldie's Farm, that says... Oh my golly gosh. Back in the truck. Oh, chaos reigns. Naturally. Okay. Questions. He's only got 34. Oh gosh, what am I doing? I shouldn't really be let loose in anything, me. Oh. So, it is lovely. Really lovely. So that will be perfect. So the white cabinets are going in the cabin, and those brown cabinets, they're going upstairs in the apartment. And they're going to live in the trailer for a while, because we kind of like we're not using the trailer for animals, we're using it for building materials. We've got the Carlene's teeny tiny her teeny tiny trailer is being used for building materials. We have the horse trailer has a whole load of storage that we're about to transfer into one of the buildings. The other trailer, the stock trailer, it has the sofa that we picked up on Wednesday, or was it yesterday? Could have been yesterday, and other building stuff. So we're doing a really good job, but we don't have any trailers free for their regular purpose because it's full of nonsense. Right, and the white cabinets are going. No, the white cabinets are going in Michelle's cabin, so that will be nice. And I'm thinking, if there's anything else that we're going to be picking up. I'm going to. I'll tell you, the other thing is, we bought 2 cars, and we'll have to go to Meredith because the alpacas, Hedwig and Harley, are all locked in the ice house barn, which is lovely because it does actually have a really nice breeze going through it. But the reason they're locked in is because the tree in the White House, in the ice house, half the tree came down into the paddock, and the other half of the tree was making the most awful creaking noises. So it was expected that the other part would come down as well. And of course, we've got 4 animals running around, and they then all decided that the tree that came down, that they really wanted to eat the leaves. So the wind was gusting very strongly, and all the animals were right underneath the tree, and it was a disaster waiting to happen. So we played a little game of round and round the tree we go, and eventually I managed to get Harley in the barn, and then the others managed to get redirected away from underneath that tree, but then they went under the other tree at the end of the paddock, which was also making quite a lot of noises, and considering we'd had 3 trees down already, I wasn't taking any chances. So I had to deploy Janine to help me herd them back into the barn. So they're all in the barn for their own safety, and we'll have to go back and just let them out now that the tree has actually been totally taken down. But really very odd weather, not really something that we were expecting this morning. Although somebody said to me, but it really hasn't been windy. And I was out with the dogs at 6 this morning, and it was actually windy on Goldie's. So there has definitely been odd weather kicking around. Now, let me see these questions. Oh no, the brown cabinets are going into the upstairs. How are we going to get the sofa up those narrow stairs? Well, fortunately, oh look, they found us. Fortunately, we can use the stairs that go around the outside of the building, and then there are French doors that go onto the decks, so that'll be actually quite easy getting that up, says she, who's hoping she's not going to be lifting it. But yeah, I think Janine spoke to the gentleman that drives that van, I'm afraid. So it really is beginning to feel like we're in the last final straight, really, of all the work that's been going on, because it's all just coming together beautifully, and there's just so much that's been done, lots of changes, and it's working out really well. And it's quite funny watching things move from one place to the other, because if we don't use something somewhere, it then gets shifted off to go and move somewhere else. Nick actually said to me, he said, "Is Janine putting those kitchen cabinets in the barn?" And I'm like, no, don't be silly. Oh, the alpacas are called, Oreo is the brown and cream one, and Rusty is the whitish one. And they're very funny. Now, let me see what else we've got going on here. Oh my golly. I tell you, it's still pretty hot. So, that's really us, I think. And I know there's something going on at the weekend. I just can't for the life of me remember what it is. And I should have written it down. We do have another lady who's going to be starting with the donkey walking. I'm not sure when she's coming, but she's scheduled to start with our existing group, which is lovely. And yep, can't remember. Totally lost my train of thought about what's happening over the weekend. Yep, good. It will come back to me at some point. It's actually quite difficult. Janine and I were just talking about there's so many things that happen over the weekend that we then forget about come Monday. Normally because we've had some sort of nonsense go on, but hey. Oh, the place above Carleen is called the apartment, and the cabin is still called the cabin. Michelle lives in the cabin, so the white kitchen is going in the cabin to replace the one that was left in the cabin, because it's not in the best of conditions. So it is going to the cabin, and we haven't changed the cabin's name. Oh yes, we have a lot of outside painting to do. We're not doing it at the moment. Well, we are, but we're not. And I'm just reading these. So we do have painting to do. We're hoping to paint the tool shed and the ICU building in the next not too long, and then we'll have to get into painting the outside of the barn and the White House, and I think we're considering painting the main house as well. So there is a lot of painting to be done, but it's I feel the painting is probably, you know, the last thing it's not something to get too uptight about. So that's us. I'll give you one last looky-see to see with progress that this lot are making, and and then we'll say good evening. There you go. Have you got anything? We're putting the doors up there behind that blanket, so the doors are all protected. Well, we're making quite good progress. Of the first one. It'll be super. So, everybody have a great weekend and stay nice and cool if you can.